morning, welcome to day 11 of Vlogmas. Thank you so much for joining me for another day. So it's Saturday morning, it's about 7 o'clock in the morning here right now, and we've been up for about half an hour. My children got up about 6:30 and they immediately dashed downstairs to find out what the cheeky elf had been up to overnight. But they're now busy playing downstairs, having checked out Elf's antics. And my husband's down there with them, so I thought I'd pop up here and share with you guys what Elf was up to and also a few plans for the morning. So first of all, what Elf was up to? Well, Elf overnight ventured into new territories. He ventured into the downstairs cloakroom and he discovered the toilet roll in there and he kind of wreaked havoc with it, and I'll put up a picture so you can see what he did. You can see he really enjoyed that toilet roll. My children thought it was quite amusing. My daughter's initial comment was, "I have no words." And after a little bit she said she thought it was the cheekiest thing Elf had done, so I think it tickled her. So yeah, I've got a bit of clearing up to do later. I kind of want to fold all that toilet roll up so we can still use it. So that was Elf's antics overnight, and I thought I'd also mention what I'm wearing, and as you can probably see I am still in my pyjamas, and that is one of the perks of the weekend. In the week we're always on quite a tight schedule to get up and have breakfast and then dash out for the school run, but at the weekend, if we're not going out in the morning, it is quite nice to be able to keep my pyjamas on for that little bit longer. So I've got a ready to wear dressing gown on and a ready to wear t-shirt, but I have got handmade pyjama bottoms on, so I'll show you those. But I thought I'd also show you my t-shirt. It's another skiing t-shirt. I do love my sort of oversized skiing t-shirts for bed. They do make me think of happy times skiing, and this one is from Hinterglemm, so I'll show you the picture. Yeah, it's from Hinterglemm in Austria. We love skiing in Canada, like I mentioned last weekend, and we also love Austria. It's just really cute with all the little tree-lined runs, and we love the kind of hearty Austrian food too. And I speak a bit of German, so it's quite nice to be able to use that when I'm out there too. So that's what I'm wearing on top. But as I mentioned, I've got a pair of handmade pyjamas on, and I made these pyjamas. They were one of the first things I made ever, and I made them using this pattern here. This was before I'd kind of discovered the indie patterns. This is a Simplicity pattern. It's Simplicity 1520A, and it's a pyjama pattern for all the family. It's got some adult set and children's set, and it's got pyjama bottoms and pyjama shorts. And yeah, it's quite a sort of simple pattern. I've made pyjamas for this one for me and my husband, but I must admit I do prefer the fit of the Jamie pyjamas by Tilly and the Buttons on me. My husband likes these pyjamas fine, but I find the fit of the Jamie pyjamas is a bit more comfortable. These ones come up a little bit high on the waist, and I prefer something a little bit lower rise. So that's my preference, the other pattern, the Jamie pyjamas. But this is a perfectly fine pattern, and I'll show you my pyjama bottoms because I really like the fabric on these ones. It's some sort of quilting cotton, so it's nice cozy fabric for winter, but I'll stand up and show you the print. So I really love this sort of cloud print on this one. I think it's a really nice one for bedtime. So that's what I'm wearing this morning, but I am planning on getting changed in a bit, but I think I'll go and make breakfast first. And I thought I'd take you along for our breakfast. If you saw my last weekend's Vlogmas videos, you'll know that on the weekends, we do quite like to have what we call a treat breakfast, so something a bit different from what we have in the week. So today I am making spicy baked beans on toast. So spicy baked beans on toast is just a nice variation on normal baked beans. You kind of add a few different sort of curry powders into them. I add in cumin seeds and turmeric and a tiny bit of chili powder and a bit of black pepper and a bit of garlic and onions. And then it kind of mixes up with the baked beans and just adds a bit of an extra difference to a normal baked beans on toast. So I will go downstairs and I will try and film myself making that so you can see how it comes together. And then I'll pop on in a little bit to share what I've got dressed in and our plans for the rest of the day. So I'll see you in a little bit. Bye. I'm back again. I'm dressed now, as you can see. It's mid-morning now and we've had quite a nice relaxed morning so far. We had breakfast, got dressed at a leisurely pace, and my children have done a bit of their homework and they're now busy playing, so I thought I'd pop in here and share with you what I'm wearing. And also my parcel arrived today, yay! If you've watched a couple of my previous days of Vlogmas, you'll know I've been waiting for a parcel to arrive from Minerva, and it did arrive this morning and I've opened it up and I'm going to share that with you too. But first I'll share what I'm wearing today. So today I've got on a pair of ready-to-wear jeans, and then I've got a me-made top and a hand-knitted cardigan. And the top, it's a t-shirt, and it's made using this pattern here. It's the Stellanti by French Navy, and it's a really nice and free t-shirt pattern. So it's designed for jersey fabrics, and it's sort of quite a classic sort of crew neck boxy shaped t-shirt, and you can have these little turn-offs on the sleeves, and it's got a curved hem detail too, which is really nice. But yeah, it's entirely free. All you need to do is go onto the French Navy website and download the pattern, which I think is really great. And I've made a few versions, and this version here I made in a cotton jersey fabric, and it's quite cute. It's got red and white stripes on, and it's got all these cats peeking out from under, I think maybe a duvet or a blanket or something. So I'll stand up so you can see a couple of them. So I really like this one. It's quite a lot of fun, and I've got the little cuffs, and it's also got the curved hem on this one too. The only thing about this pattern is it's not got the greatest size range ever. It goes from a UK size 6 to a size 18, and the sizing for the size 18 is bust 42 inches, waist 35 inches, and hips 44 inches. So it's not got the biggest size range ever, but it is a free pattern, so that's pretty good. And it's a really nice comfy one to wear. And I'm wearing underneath a cardigan I knitted earlier this year. And I knitted this cardigan using a kit from We Are Knitters, and it's a kit for the Hackney cardigan, which is this cardigan pattern here. And there's a line drawing in here so I can show you the general shape of the cardigan. It's quite a simple knit, yeah, it's quite a straight, relaxed fit cardigan. Let me show you the line drawing. Here it is. So yeah, it's quite a simple, relaxed cardigan designed to fall just around your hips. It's not got any buttons, it's just designed to sit open. It's got this band around the front. But the really nice thing about it, I think, is it's knitted in this moss stitch, which I think gives such a lovely texture to the cardigan. I really like a moss stitch. My mum's knitted a couple of cardigans for my daughter in this stitch too, and I always admired them, so it was nice to be able to recreate in adult size. And the wool that this cardigan or this kit is made in is the We Are Knitters Meri-Wool, which is a merino wool. I think it's maybe a chunky wool, I'm not sure. But it's really, really lovely and soft. You can see it's all fluffy. It's really cosy and lovely to wear. And it was really nice to knit with too. It felt, yeah, really cosy to knit with. And in terms of my cardigan, I made a couple of changes. I've made 2 of this cardigan, and the first one I made just per the pattern. But for this version, I decided to have a play, and I sized up one size, and I also cropped it. I think I cropped the body by about 20 rows or so to give it a slightly more boxy, cropped look. But I'll put up a picture so you can see how it looks. It's just quite a relaxed outfit for the weekend, and the weather's still quite cold, so the merino wool yarn is keeping me quite warm. But that's what I'm wearing today. And then now I'll show you what arrived in my Minerva parcel, which is quite exciting. So first of all, the 2 zips arrived, one red and one green, and I'm going to use these to sew up my Rifle Paperco Christmas cushions. So if you want to see more about those cushions, they're in my day, I talked about them yesterday, so in my day 10 of Vlogmas. I cut out the cushion pieces and they're waiting to sew, but I was waiting for these zips to arrive, so I'm really pleased I can get on with that, and I might be able to squeeze in a bit of sewing time this weekend to start them. I'm not sure, but they arrived. Also, this is not very exciting, but I got some more thread, and this is actually my favourite colour of navy thread, and I think it goes with everything, and it's the Gutermann thread. It's colour, oh, can you see that? It's colour 339, that's it. It's just a really nice shade of navy, and I find it's one I use a lot, almost as much as my black and white thread. So yeah, I got the largest reel of that I could get. Not super exciting, but it's nice to have that one in my thread pot. Then the fleecy fabric arrived for my daughter. I'm not sure if I mentioned I'd ordered this, but my daughter has a pair of fleecy pyjama bottoms that she got as a hand-me-down from a friend. And she loves them. They're made of this fleecy fabric and they're really cosy, and she doesn't always wear them at night because she gets hot at night, but often in the morning she'll get changed into them so she can keep cosy downstairs. But they are getting a bit short on her legs. I don't know what age they're for, but I think smaller than her. So I was looking for some more fabric to make her a slightly larger pair, and I saw this really lovely fleecy fabric on Minerva, and it's got a pink base with these white hearts on, and my daughter loves pink, so when she saw that she definitely knew that was the one she wanted. It's called a polar fleece. It's got a bit of stretch to it. It's really nice and cosy. So I'm thinking I might make these up into a pair of pyjama bottoms for her, but the only thing is, it's a bit thicker than I thought it was going to be, and it's definitely thicker than her previous pair of pyjama bottoms, so I don't know whether it'll actually be almost too cosy. So I'm going to have a chat with her about that, and if it is a bit too thick for pyjama bottoms, as she thinks, I think it'll make a lovely dressing gown, so I'm going to see that might be another option for it. I might look for a little dressing gown pattern for a little girl otherwise, so I'm going to have a think on it. If I make the pyjama bottoms, I think I'll use a free pattern that I've used before, which is the Patterns for Pirates Walk the Plank pyjama bottoms. And that's a free pattern by Patterns for Pirates, just for an elasticated waist sort of pyjama bottom designed for woven fabrics. And they have an adult version that's free to download and a child's version that's free to download. And the child's version, I noted it down, comes in size, or the age, from age 3 months to 14 years. So really great size range, and it's a really nice pattern. I've made it before and it whips up really quickly because there's no side seam on the pyjama bottoms. You just cut 2 sort of legs and then sew the inside seam. So yeah, they come together really quickly. So this is either going to be those pyjama bottoms or a dressing gown. I will have a think on that one. But it's really lovely, cosy fabric, definitely. And I'll link it down below, like I do all the fabrics in this video. So I've got one more fabric to share with you that arrived in my Minerva order this morning, and it's a fabric for me, or actually it's 2 fabrics, but I'm going to use them together to make one garment. And it's a sweatshirting fabric and matching ribbing, and they're both by Mind the Maker. Mind the Maker has a really lovely range of fleece back sweatshirting fabrics. They have a really lovely range of colours, but what I really like about them, as well as the really lovely colours, is they're really substantial fleece back fabrics. So they're really cosy and perfect for when it's cold in winter. And I made a pair of True Bias Hudson pants in the sienna colourway of them earlier this winter. And the sienna colourway is a really lovely chestnut colour. And I've worn them loads and they're really, really cosy and perfect for a wintry evening. So I've been wanting to use that sub fabric again because I think it's really nice quality fabric. And I've been wanting to make another jumper or sort of sweatshirt to wear in the evenings as loungewear. So I've got one really cosy sweatshirt that I've been wearing a lot in the evenings, and it's this one here. This is a Megan Nielsen Jarrah sweatshirt, and I made it in this fleece back sweatshirt fabric that I got from Fabric Godmother in this nice icy blue colour. And it's just a standard Jarrah with a crew neck and the cuffs and the bottom band. And I've been wearing it a lot because it's really cosy. And I've got a couple of other loungewear sweaters that are made in French terry, so they're a bit lighter weight and perfect for slightly warmer weather. But I've been really wanting to have another one that's nice and thick like this one, because this one does get messy and needs wash every now and then, so it'll be nice to have another one on rotation. So I decided to get some more of the Mind the Maker fleece back sweatshirting fabric to make a nice loungewear sweatshirt. And I bought this time the lilac colourway, and this is what it looks like. I think it's a really pretty colour. And I bought the matching ribbing too. I bought half a metre of this because that was a minimum quantity, but I find ribbing can be useful on things like maybe for a pyjama set for my daughter, so I'm sure I'll use the rest of this. But I plan to use that for the neckband and hemband and cuff bands, hopefully. And I don't often go for lilac actually, it's not a colour I usually reach for. I just saw it and I really fancied it, and I thought, well, it's nice to try a different colour. And I actually thought it would look quite cool with my sienna coloured Hudson pants joggers. I thought the chestnut and the lilac might go quite nicely together for a loungewear set. So that's the fabric I've got. It's really cosy. I'll show you the fleece back. It's really lovely and fleecy. So I was thinking of maybe making a Jarrah sweatshirt, just very similar to my light blue version with this fabric, but I did maybe fancy giving a different pattern a try. So another option I am considering is the Mile End sweatshirt by Closet Core Patterns. I'll put up the line drawing so you can see what it looks like. It's another quite boxy, relaxed fit sweatshirt, but it's got some interesting variations, aside from the standard sort of sweatshirt version, which has an interesting seam line, I think, at the front. There's also this version B, I think it is, with a sort of kind of a gathering at the front, which I think is an interesting detail, a gathering at the hem. And there's also a third version, which is one that has a hoodie and then has a sort of deep sort of a kind of crossover front and little sort of kangaroo pouch sort of type thing too. So there's some really nice versions there, so that's a pattern I'm considering for this fabric, or I might go for the Jarrah, but those are my 2 options. I'm going to get that one in the wash so that hopefully I can start thinking about it and get that one cut out so I can enjoy it when it gets really cold in January, which is usually the coldest month here, I guess. So that's my Minerva order. I'm really pleased that's arrived, and it'll give me a good chance to start on some new sewing projects. So our plans the rest of the day are, we're having a morning at home. We might pop out to the post box to post a few Christmas cards, and if we do, I'll take you with me, yeah, that's it, for a bit of that route. And then this afternoon, we're going to a friend's house for a Christmas party. It should be a lot of fun. There are 6 families going, And yeah, it's going to be a really nice Christmas shindig, and we've been asked to go in fancy dress. So I don't often dress up in fancy dress, but I thought it'd be quite fun for Christmas. So yeah, the whole family is going in fancy dress. Well, my husband hopefully is. He thinks there's a Santa Claus outfit in the loft. He's going to have a look later, and hopefully he'll be able to find that and wear that. So I'm hoping later I'll pop on and share with you what I look like once I've got my fancy dress outfit. And I'll also share with you some pictures of how my family look as well, so you can see us all dressed up and ready to go out. So I'll leave you now. I'm going to go off and have a little play with my children and get us ready to go out to the post box, hopefully. And I'll pop on a bit later when we're all ready to go to the party in our Christmassy fancy dress. So I'll see you a bit later. Bye! I'm back again, and I'm now in my elf outfit and ready to head out to the party. It's just coming up to 2 o'clock and we're going to head out in a moment, but I thought I'd pop on and show you my costume. So my costume comprises of a few handmade items. I made this little elf collar using some cotton poplins from Minerva, and the pattern is the free Tilly and the Buttons Tilly collar pattern that you can download on the Tilly and the Buttons website. It's a really nice little collar pattern, and I quite like to make another one in less kind of Christmassy elf colours to use it on top of other tops for the rest of the year. And my top is an Agnes top by Tilly and the Buttons with a boat neck hack, which you can see. And I used the Mandy boat tee by Tessuti for that neckline. And then I'm wearing a tulip skirt by Sew Over It, and I'll stand up and show you that. And that is in a red cotton twill. I'd had this skirt in my wardrobe anyway, so it's quite nice to be able to use something I already had for the elf costume. And I'm sure I'll get lots of wear out of this top as well going forward, because it is kind of a fairly simple green top. Just jazzed up a little bit with the Tilly collar and the hat and some stripy tights too. So I'll put up a picture so you can see how I look. Oh, and I should mention, if you want to hear more details about these 3 items, the top and the skirt and the collar I've made, then I talk about them in more detail in the video I released yesterday, which is my Christmas sewing and knitting makes for 2021. So I'll link that video up above in case you want to hear a bit more detail about how I got on sewing these 3 garments. And I'm also hoping to, in a moment, get some photos of my family so I can show you how they look too. And apologies for the noise, they're all quite excited about the party, so they've gone a bit hyper. But my son is also dressed as an elf, and my daughter's dressed as a reindeer, so hopefully, if they allowed me, I will put a photo of them up here. And then my husband has dressed as Father Christmas, so I'll put a picture of him up too. So we're really looking forward to the party, so I will say bye now because we're going to head off and walk across to my friend's house. So I will try and get a little bit of footage of our walk across there in our Christmas outfits. I think we might get a few funny looks. And I will pop on later when we're back home later this evening. So I'll see you a bit later. Bye! Hello, it's fairly late in the evening now and we are back from the party. We had a really lovely afternoon and evening there, and we ended up staying a bit longer than we were expecting because we were all having such a good time. So we're now home and we've just got the children settled up in bed, so hopefully they'll be asleep soon. And my husband and I are planning to head to bed now too. So I will say good night now, and I will see you again tomorrow morning. Bye! Good morning, it is Sunday morning now, so day 12 of Vlogmas, and it's just coming up to 10:30 in the morning. And we've had a bit of a relaxed, slow start to the day today because we were up late for the party yesterday, so we've been in our pyjamas until just very recently, and then I thought I'd get dressed and come on and say good morning to you guys. But we had a lovely time at the party yesterday. It was a lot of fun. My friends who hosted the party are big fans of karaoke, so they got their karaoke machine out. And yeah, I'm not usually the first one to jump up and sing, but actually with the whole group of us, it was a lot of fun. And my son had his first time doing karaoke and he absolutely loved it. So it was really lovely to see him just getting stuck in and enjoying himself. So yeah, it was a really good evening, but yeah, I think we're going to have a more mellow day today. But we're not off to church this morning because my son has a rock climbing lesson this morning. So I'm going to take him along there in a little bit. But I thought I'd pop on first and share with you what I'm wearing, what Elf was up to, and a couple of other bits. So first of all, what Elf was up to overnight Well, he was helping with a rescue situation. We have some little toys based on the TV series The PJ Masks, and the PJ Masks are 3 children that turn into superheroes at night and do rescues and save the day and that sort of thing. And the baddies from PJ Masks had trapped the PJ Masks in little boxes, and Elf was just arriving on Catmobile, which is one of the PJ Masks cars, to try and rescue them when my children arrived at the scene. So it was quite a fun start to the morning, and they had little play with those little PJ Masks figures, so that was nice. So next, what I'm wearing today. So it's always cold at the climbing wall, so I am wrapped up in a cosy sweater and jeans. And this is a handmade sweater, and it's a pattern mash actually. So I originally actually made this sweatshirt based on this pattern here, which is a Grain Line Studio Linden sweatshirt, which is one I wore my Christmas jumper earlier in a couple of days ago, and I made that using this pattern. It's a nice raglan sleeve sweatshirt that's fairly relaxed fit. Well, I had originally wanted to make another one in this really nice French terry fabric. I think it came from Fursa Fabrics in this kind of grey or still silvery leopard print. But when I made my linden in this fabric, the neckline stretched out somehow and it didn't sit right at all, and I wasn't very pleased with it. So I ended up refashioning the fabric and the jumper to make something I like better. And I'm really pleased with how it's turned out actually. So it's still the linden sweatshirt body, but I've added the neckline from the Freya top, which is from this book, Stretch by Tilly and the Buttons. And it's a really nice fitted top, but there are a few nice variations, including this cowl neckline. There's a pattern piece for this neckline. So I had enough fabric left of this fabric to add on that neckline, and it fitted quite easily with the linden sweatshirt neckline. Because they're both stretch fabrics, I could kind of just ease them together, so I didn't need to make any alterations to the size of either the neckline or the cowl neckline piece. And then I've got little black cuffs on, and I've actually got a sort of slightly oversized bottom band, which I sort of borrowed from, I think, the toaster sweater, because the original bottom band was made using this ribbing, and again it sort of stretched out slightly, it didn't look great. So I kind of ended up sort of taking in the top and making it a little bit more close fitting and adding a more oversized bottom band. I'll stand up to show you that. So I'm really pleased with how it's turned out, and it is a real pattern mashup, and I'll put a picture up of me wearing it so you can see what it looks like. And the cowl neckline makes it really, really cosy. So even though it's a French terry, which isn't super heavyweight, the neckline does make it really snuggly. So that's what I'm wearing today. So yes, our plans for the day are my son's rock climbing lesson in a few minutes, which I'm going to head off to. And then I think in the afternoon we're going to have a fairly mellow afternoon at home, and we might do a bit of wrapping presents for family and that sort of thing. And on the subject of presents, I thought I'd share with you something which arrived in the post today, which I'm quite pleased with actually. So at our school, generally the parents get together and sort of all contribute some money to get some vouchers for the teachers for Christmas, rather than buying lots of individual presents. And I think the teachers quite appreciate that, because it gives them a bit of flexibility to get something they could really want or use. So I this year collected the money for both my son and daughter's classes to turn into vouchers. And we usually go for Amazon vouchers, just in case the teachers don't feel very comfortable going out to the shops at the moment with COVID. It's nice and easy, and you can obviously shop at home. So we got a decent amount of Amazon vouchers, and I went on the website yesterday to order them. And what I thought was really cute is that nowadays you can actually get them in little gift boxes, so they look a bit more like a present than just giving them a plain old voucher. So I thought I'd show you some of the gift boxes I got. This is one of the ones I got for one of the teachers, and it's really nice because it's got the voucher inside this little box. But on the front, this little reindeer, you can take it off, and it's actually a tree ornament. So I thought that's really cute. So I got a couple of the little reindeer tree ornament ones for teachers. And I got this really nice one for one of the teaching assistants with a little present bow and a kind of little sort of Christmassy sprig on it. And then I also got this little present shaped one too. So I thought they were really nice and made it a little bit nicer, and they just come free with the gift vouchers. So I thought that was a really good idea. So I'm hopefully going to get my children to help me write those cards to the teachers today, so we can give them in this week. So that should be good. So I think I'm better pop off now and make sure my son is all dressed and ready to go climbing. So I'll say goodbye now, and I'll come on a little bit later today. So I'll see you a bit later. Bye! Hello, it's coming up to 3 o'clock in the afternoon now, and I don't know where the day's gone. It's really flown by. But my son had a really great time at the rock climbing centre earlier for his climbing session, and I included a little bit of fast motion footage of him climbing and then abseiling down one of the walls, in case you were interested to see a little bit of that. But we've been back home for a while now. We've had lunch, we finished off the children's homework, and I think our plans for the rest of the day are we're going to do a bit of playing with the children, and then after that we're going to all settle down together to watch a Christmas film. And I'm hoping today we might watch The Santa Claus with Tim Allen in. That is one of my favourites when I was younger, so hopefully I can persuade the rest of the family to watch that one. So unfortunately I haven't had a chance to do much sewing this weekend. It's been another quite busy weekend, and I did have a chance to enjoy my fabrics arriving yesterday, but that's as far as I've got in terms of sewing content, I guess. But tomorrow I've definitely got some sewing planned, and there'll be more sewing content. So I'm planning to be back tomorrow evening. I'll be releasing my day 13 of Vlogmas. Can't believe it's nearly halfway through December till Christmas. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with more sewing content. So thank you so much for watching my vlog this weekend. I hope you've enjoyed seeing a little bit about what I've been up to with my family. And if you have enjoyed it, I would love it as always if you'd give the vlog a like. And if you haven't subscribed, I would also love it if you would consider subscribing to my channel. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again for day 13 tomorrow. Bye.